Well, S5830, which has recently been labeled the Ace, and in India it's going to be called the Cooper. This guy's going to be running on Android 2.2. It's going to have a 3.5-inch screen, and it's going to be a GSM phone, which will run on HSDPA. It will also have a 5-megapixel camera, and it's going to be a Galaxy device. What we don't know is price, contract, carrier, dates. None of that we have any information on just yet. But hopefully as soon as we find that out, we will let you know, and should be seeing it relatively soon, if nowhere else but in India, as the Cooper. If you are a T-Mobile subscriber and you have an update available to get yourself a new phone, and you've been eyeballing that G2 and you really wanted it but you have no money because you broke, good news to you is the fact that it is now free with a 2-year contract. So hop right on into your little T-Mobile dealer and sign your life to a new 2 years with them, and you shall get your device for free. That is exciting, and welcome to Android land should you get one of those. The Samsung Vibrant has rumors that there is going to be a 4G version of it, but we don't really know if it's going to exist or not exist. However, we've seen a couple of photos of this said device, and we're not sure, but you can check them out for yourself right on the website there and see what you think. If it is not a mythical creature like a unicorn, then it will be on T-Mobile, and it will be 4G with gingerbread or Android 2.3 with a 4-inch Super AMOLED display. Very exciting news. The LG Optimus 2X is sweet. We saw it at CES, but we did not get it hands-on, which is never a good thing, because I don't know about you, but I like to play with the device myself. What we have just recently gotten is this sweet new video that shows off the 1080p video of capabilities with its 8-megapixel camera. The device does run on Android 2.2, and in the video you can see how nice it is. It is shot by this device. What I do recommend though is that you actually put your video player on the 1080p mode instead of just leaving it in something lower so you can get the full experience. The new Motorola Droid X ME811 is launching! Woo! But it's not launching anywhere but China. Sorry everybody else, you're gonna have to go check out the Great Wall and do a little field trip to go get it, cause it's got a 1.2 gigahertz processor on it and has some sweet updates from the original Droid X. A little bit faster, a little bit peppier, should be exciting. Check it out. And if you do get one and you're anywhere near us, I'd love to see it too. Just throwing that out there. Anybody want to grab hold of it? AT&T has some new plans to have 4G, which we've heard a lot about in the past few weeks. What we hadn't heard really was about many of their devices other than one Android that we knew. That's the first 4G Android. What we have found out is about 2 more Androids that are going to be running on 4G as well. The first one, as most of you probably know, is called the Motorola Atrix. We did get a hands-on look at that one, and you can check out all the videos of that when we were in CES. And hopefully you liked it, because I know I did. That one will be the first one you can put in your pocket and take home. The next one out is going to be the HTC Inspire 4G. That little guy's going to be on Android 2.2. And it's going to have built-in Adobe Flash, so that's pretty sweet. It's going to have a 1 gigahertz Snapdragon processor and a 4.3-inch Super LCD display. Following that one, we're going to be seeing something from Samsung called the Infuse 4G. Very little is known about that. They really didn't release much but a photo and the knowledge that it's going to be a 4.5-inch screen with Super AMOLED Plus on it. It also will have 1080p video playback in HDMI, so that's pretty cool as well. Prices, dates, again, unknown, but Q1 we're having the Atrix, so hopefully you're looking at about February, maybe Valentine's Day, because wink wink, that would be a good present for any of you out there. Just saying, I would be completely satisfied with one of those bad boys as my Valentine's Day present, if anybody's interested. Probably not. Anyways, the HTC Thunderbolt on Verizon should be launching really soon, and how we know this is because training has come out for the Verizon reps. Now, when you get training out, that means the device is sure to follow. Nothing has been known or officially said by them Verizon people, but we do know that once you get training, you have got yourself a launch date, sure to be. Why is the Thunderbolt exciting? Well, if you're a Verizon customer, it's super duper exciting because it's got this awesome new technology that lets you do voice and data at the same time. Unfortunately, you haven't been able to do this like some of our AT&T friends have all along. but you're getting up to par, so you'll be able to experience this sweetness that it is. Now, if you want a makeover, well, Brightstar is bringing something very exciting for you if you're in the UK, and that would be the HTC Gratia in a pretty pearl white. You can check out the picture of that. It looks pretty snazzy. It will have the yellow underneath, just like all of the other ones, also known as the Aria or Aria, whatever you want to call it, on AT&T in the US. Unfortunately, ours is only black. You get white, you get green, you get all sorts of exciting colors. We get black. Boring. Moving on. Sony Ericsson did not do as expected in 2010. Their financial records were down, way down, only at about 35 million euros. Seems like a lot to me, but if you are a huge manufacturer like Sony Ericsson, not so much. They had a whole bunch of those Xperia devices, the X, the X10, the X Mini, blah, blah, blah. They didn't really do as well as thought, probably because they were on caveman, prehistoric software called Android 1.5 and 1.6, and there's no devices, updates in sight. Hopefully you'll get an update like they've been promising, but it's not looking good. It probably would be a good time to buy some stock in Sony, because they're down. And they think that they will be able to rise up again and be a strong maker with their new devices from the Xperia line called the Arc and the Play. They're looking to be launched in the first half of 2011. That's all we have for this week's news. We hope to see you guys again next week and on our blogs, asking us questions and bringing us new ideas, and we'll be sure to respond to you. You guys have a great day from droidnerds.com.